Good morning. How are you guys doing? I'm just taking a breather here. I did some hiking. I'm sitting here in a beautiful valley, doing a lot of climbing up a rock slide. Imagine an old two-lane highway carving through a beautiful, serene valley alongside a small little lake. And then in mid-1960s, 1965, a small earthquake all of a sudden triggers that mountain there to come barreling down into the valley. We call it Hope Slide. And it's impressive. It's a lot of rock. So I'm sitting about 70 meters above where the road used to be. If you look in that kind of a clearing there, along the right-hand side of that clearing, you see a road. That is the old highway that would have come through here. There's a hero story of a bus driver that saw a couple of rocks coming down on the road. So he slammed the brakes on the bus, reversed as rocks were coming down, and backed all the way up before the whole mountain fell on top of the road. So he saved a full busload of people. Unfortunately, it did catch, I believe, two or three vehicles, I can't remember. I know 4 people died in the rock slide. 2 of the people are under us here somewhere still, because 70 meters of rock is a lot of rock to dig out. So I am in a graveyard essentially. But the awesome power of a mountain just releasing all the rock and then just come roaring down into the valley. And that's my truck down there at the rest area, Hope Slide rest area, way down there. See if we can get a little higher view here looking back at the rock slide. Just realized I have to go walk all the way back again. It's pretty darn windy up here. Hopefully my microphone's not too terrible walking into the wind. Yeah, I can do that. So that's basically the base of the valley now. All came down and back up. So yeah, standing on top of an old lake. Hope is down there around the corner. Now I'm going to have to go all the way down without wiping out or twisting my ankle. That should be entertaining. But some of these rocks are just massive, massive, massive rock. These here are a little smaller, but look at these in front of me here. Absolutely humongous. Couldn't imagine what kind of roar it would have been with these rocks coming down the mountain. I know what a small rock slide sounds like, and that's impressive already. Looks like there's some caves down here just because how the big rocks landed. Let's go down here. base of this one, walk on the shelf of this big rock. And every step you take, the rock you step on might move. But just look at those giants. And they've done quite a bit of construction down in there too. I'm not sure what they're doing in there, but some new roads have been built there. Actually, when Highway 3 first got rebuilt, the new highway went this way. Now the new highway goes along further. You can't actually see the new highway. So, old highway underneath us. The new highway got built through that way, and then the new highway got built behind there when they went from 2-lane to 4-lane. Yeah, I'm gonna go hike all the way back to my truck down there. And we'll go down into Vancouver. Well, we'll head into the lower mainland anyway. So we'll drive from here down past Hope and then toward Chilliwack and see how far we get. For now, I'm gonna climb all the way down here, and just like that, we'll be on the road driving. As long as I don't break an ankle. Somehow there's gotta be an easier way out. I don't like this way. I know, I said just like that. Alrighty, let's hammer down. Pretty breezy out here now. It was dead quiet earlier in the day, but it's windy here. It's funny how I stopped to use the washroom, went to the pit toilet, and then I decided to walk out a little bit to the first rock, to the first big rock, so I could stand there and get a view of the landslide and the truck in the distance. And got to that rock, and then it's like, well, let's go to that next rock there. And then the next rock, I had no intention of climbing all the way to the top there. And then I actually made it quite far, and I'm like, it's a good viewpoint there. I started shooting the video, and I'm like, I turned around and go, I guess that's actually the top over there. And then I'm like, I should go up there. I'm like, yes, I should. Okay, fine, let's keep climbing. Eventually I got to the top, and I'm like, it's windy here, but dang it, this is the place to shoot this video. Whew, that's exhausting. It took me an hour to get there and back. We already did our brake check at the top. Nope, that car's turning off. the unexpected hike, I'm doing fabulous. Hang on. No, we're pretty light. Pretty light on this load. I know you guys didn't really see my load from that distance. Engine brakes on. I can go a gear higher. See what that does. I'm gonna gain some speed before I put the fan on. Let's go put the fan on. There we go. That should hold it quite nicely right there. Come down at about 70 kilometers an hour. I believe this right here is the old highway. Come in right over here. Boom. Which they've started doing construction on, so I don't know what the construction equipment is doing working on that road, but they've rebuilt part of that road and doing something on there. I saw them putting up a sign at the rest area. We'll see probably in a couple of days or a couple of weeks there will be a sign there saying what kind of project they're working on. Losing speed. Half tempted to give it a little throttle. There's a steep section right after this, so we won't give it throttle, I guess. There we go, we're gaining speed again. Whew. It's only 17 degrees Celsius outside. Compared to yesterday, it's cold. But it's the perfect day to go for a hike. That strong wind yesterday definitely blew in some cold air. All right, where can I start upshifting? Don't know if I've seen that construction sign before. Maybe I shouldn't upshift. No, I've seen that one before. Okay, so that's the same one in 2 kilometers. Okay. Upshift we will. That's down one section of the hill. Still got some more downhills, but we'll do those at full speed as we go past Hope. They've been blasting rock over here, so got a construction zone. I'm not sure why they're blasting rock down here, but they are. Like it's all open right now. It was closed yesterday. I got here right as they were opening it yesterday, going the other direction. Can't get onto the Coquihalla from here because the exit's closed. So you have to go down into Hope, turn around, and then come back out to take the Coquihalla. Yeah, it seems like it's different than yesterday. Yesterday there was some huge boulders laying here on the road on the other side of this barrier. It looks like they've jackhammered and blasted those up. Looks like that lane is closed right now. That's interesting. This lane's exit only, but the exit only is a little further down, so I can hang out in this lane for a little bit. Exit only sign. 110 kilometers an hour. See how the radio goes, if I'm going to be forced to turn it off or not. Some days are acceptable, other days are not. Okay. Now I get to set cruise control and just relax. Well, not quite yet. I have to get past. Once we're on Highway 1, then I can relax. There's one more descent down onto Highway 1. After that, cruise control is king. Here's the second exit into Hope. And once we get onto Trans-Canada Highway 1, speed limit reduces to 100 kilometers per hour. We're doing 105 now because I'm speed limited to 105. On the downhills, I can let it go roll up to 110. Vehicles merging on, we'll give them room. There we go. We are now on Trans-Canada Highway 1. We were on Highway 3. I guess I didn't say that. I wonder who's going to let me back in. That's the downside to giving people room to merge on. Some people just don't give you a space to merge back. Yeah, we'll just pass this guy then, I guess. Hammer down. Maybe past the Scorpion too. Scorpion is a bumper designed to set up for a construction zone to fold up as a crumple zone when people rear end or drive full speed into a construction zone. That Scorpion is unfolded and there's like a fence that absorbs the impact of a car smashing into the back of the vehicle. Flying J and the Esso truck stops at this exit here, across from each other. Ourselves a little bit of corn growing on the right hand side. Little hints of the lower mainland. Never really consider Hope as part of the lower mainland, but I guess it is. It's kind of the gateway into the mountains and the gateway into the lower mainland. It's the divider. 23 degrees Celsius down here. quite a bit warmer down here than at Hope Slide. And this is the last exit to get into Hope. Don't worry, he has to slow right down to make that corner. Don't need to give him room. Fraser River. Fraser River? Fraser River. Fraser River. It's a little murky. Still absolutely gorgeous. Train track right beside us. There's also a train track on the other side of the river. Can't remember which side is CN and which side is CP. I guess now it's CPKC.
Crazy James cut driver of shit.
And we're gonna turn that down. Hunter Creek rest area. Let's see. By the way, I do not recommend the rest area for big rigs. If you just need a spot to park, you could exit here. There's a big open parking area. Exit toward the rest area. You have to exit off ramp, go underneath the road, and then the rest area is to the left. But if you make a right-hand turn and then immediately right-hand turn again, there's this big empty parking lot, paved parking lot. No washrooms, no rest area, no amenities, just an abandoned parking lot. You can park in there. There's just some sea cans sitting on it. The rest area, if there's not a bunch of RVs parked in it, you can pull through there with a truck and trailer. The sea can sitting up there on the left-hand side. Big open parking area there. It's got lines painted. It used to be something, but not anymore. It looks like the scale is open. At least everybody's pulling in anyway. Yep, it's open. Full house too. Not really room for another truck behind us. Looks like he's signaling to get in here, so let's pull right up to this guy's bumper. I would have bypassed if I were him. Don't really want to impede traffic. I'd be terrified to park on the road. Somebody would rear end me. It's illegal to impede traffic, so it's also illegal to bypass the scale. So you're going to break one law or the other. You're going to either impede traffic or you're going to bypass the scale. I choose to bypass the scale if the ramp is all the way full and I can't safely pull in. And I would definitely save my dash camera footage of doing so to prove that the ramp was full, just in case someone chases me and gives me a ticket for bypassing the scale. Just crawling in. They're parking on the roadway now. Don't see another big rig coming, so it should be okay. Nope, that guy decided to bypass. There's a sign that says stop before driving over scale. We never do when we're driving this slow. If you're the only one coming in and you're coming in at full speed limit is technically 30 kilometers an hour through here. But if we're coming in and we're the first truck, we will come in here, stop, and then go. But if we're crawling at this speed, we'll just slowly trickle across. Drives are pretty close to max weight. All the rest, light as anything. Hammer down. These two guys decided to call it a day over here on this side of the scale. Good thinking. That way you're ready through the scale. You can't actually sleep behind the scale while they're open because they do inspections there. Alright. Cars look like they're all moving over and giving me room. Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are all cool. Get up to speed. For a big 4-lane highway, it feels narrow with all the trees in this little section here. Alright, let's set cruise control. I set it at 102 kilometers an hour. Might be too fast. Truck at us is doing less. All right, we'll go by him then. He's following a car that's slow? Nice Peterbilt. Old school. Seems like this car is speeding up. It means that Peterbilt's starting to speed up too. Looks like we got enough room to clear. This car is slowing down. You're gonna speed up again? You are, aren't you? That is obnoxious. Now we're slowing down here. Funny that I'm going faster than them uphill and slower than them downhill. That doesn't seem right. Come on, let me back in. Sometimes you just got to turn the signal light on, and some of them get the clue that, oh, I should either speed up or slow down. That's what I did there. It's like, well, you're not going to give me enough room to clear, I'll turn my signal lights on, and then all of a sudden they slow down a little bit again. Winnebago camper van. It's got a bunch of diesel and a little bit of gas. Seriously, guys, as soon as they have uphill, they slow down, and then I get the momentum downhill. It's ridiculous. Down to 90 kilometers an hour all of a sudden. Huge yo-yo. And back to 100. That's the most obnoxious type of driver. Consistent. Please be consistent. I'll let this guy buy me if he needs I'm uphill, going uphill. I'm a little slower this one. It's a fairly steep uphill. I know. I should be consistent too, but I've got hills to deal with. This one's fairly steep, this hill. I know it doesn't come across on video, but it's a fairly steep hill. I think probably 3 or 4% grade. And then there's one more after this. Raining out there? Getting sunbeams through the clouds. Might be raining up ahead. Hey, there's a train. Looks like potash coming in from the prairies, Alberta or Saskatchewan. Fully loaded potash. CN. So CN is on this. Well, that's not true. I don't know. I still don't know which side is CN Railroad and which side is CP Railroad, because they share railroads. One train track goes eastbound, the other train track goes westbound. Fairly long train too. Just getting little glimpses of it here and there. CN stands for Canadian National. CN Tower, built by the train station, or by the train. There's a reason it's called the CN Tower, because the train company built the CN Tower. They actually built the tower for a huge radio tower. CN Tower is originally designed to be a radio tower for train communication. And someone had the idea of putting a pod at the top for humans to go on. I guess that was the front end of the train. CN Tower is located in Toronto, Ontario. That's a solid 4-day drive. When I say 4-day drive, I mean like 16 hours a day. You guys can tell me how far off I am. It might, when I say 4-day drive, I might mean 12-hour days. Well, here's the boss. Hello. Good, good. Okay. Oh, okay. So don't count the first payday in. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Now that we understand how to read that, that's helpful. Yeah, I got Jess to read the contract as well, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that transferred, but yeah, it says it in bold black writing that we got our vacation seniority transferred from Sutco. So once we hit 10 years working from when we started working at Sutco, we get 8%. So got a couple of years to go. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so if I unload, oh yeah, okay, I'll try to get there a little earlier. I don't know how much earlier, but yeah. Cool. Yeah, that sounds fair. Sounds good. Bye. I'm hesitant to try passing you, but there's nobody behind us for quite a bit, so we'll give it a try. Especially since this is an uphill, they've been slowing down on uphills. Yeah, see, just like that. Slow down significantly in the uphills. Although, the further we go here, the heavier the traffic's going to be. So yeah, Bossman was calling me about vacation pay and how to calculate it. Cool. That is helpful info. I can do the math and see how much vacation pay I have saved up. It's not going to be a lot because Sutco paid out all the vacation pay, so it's going to be like half a year. I think I've been trapline half a year now, I think. About? I think so, something like that. I'm still relearning how to back up a Super Bee though. I don't know, 6 months I think I would have figured that out, but it takes a while to relearn that. last hill. I'm not going to be able to pass these people. Oh, come on. I regret going over here. I'm sorry, traffic behind me. I got hung out here, left to dry. Give me enough room to get over. Welcome to the Lower Mainland. Welcome to Chilliwack. Man, that rear view cam, the clouds and the mountains are just gorgeous. Magic hour behind us. Flash our lights to the big rigs in front of us so that they know when they're clear to move over in front of us. So, starting to get into the heavy traffic. It's 4:30. Just realized this video's been going for a while. It's going to be a long one, isn't it? Almost to Chilliwack. It just feels right that we should go through Chilliwack. And it's not Chilliwack, it's Chilliwack. I'm sorry, but you guys are going to get a lot of rear cam over here because rear cam is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I've got the rear cam showing on my phone mounted on the dash. It's like an extra rear view mirror. Honestly, it's helpful to see my blind spot on my passenger side. I wish I could just run that mirror, wire that mirror in and have it running the whole time. That'd be super handy to see my blind spot on the passenger side. I see a lot more on the rear camera than my passenger side mirror. Welcome to Chilliwack. I cannot move over, so that pickup is going to have to figure it out. Either speed up or slow down. They have decided to slow down. all slowing down. Kind of expected this time of day, going into Vancouver. Now that we're on the flat land, you can kind of see that the camera on the back is crooked. That's going to bother me now. I'm going to have to resolve that. Adjust the camera. For some reason I've never seen that before. Lots of fields of sweet corn over here in Chilliwack. Well, looks like they're redoing their painted on the wall. Redoing it. Weston Fuels. See them running everywhere in British Columbia and Alberta. Some of these on-ramps are pretty long, so you can actually get the big rig up to speed, mostly up to speed before merging on. It makes it quite nice to merge. I got a feeling some of these big rigs are like speed limited to 95 kilometers an hour, because some of them are just slowly cruising along. And there are always some that do that. Most of them are based out of here, like they usually say Surrey on the side or something. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe it's a fuel savings thing. Figured it out. Southern Irrigation. I haven't actually delivered to the new location there, but I got a beautiful, huge yard now. It used to be impossible to get into the yard to make a delivery. It's where Pick-A-Part used to be. train parked on the siding. I'll be waiting for that other train to come by. Not sure what are in these oil tankers, what kind of oil would be in those. If that's vegetable oil or crude oil. Bunch of box cars and then a bunch of lumber cars. It's a mixed up train. A little of everything. Well, not everything. I'm not sure what these cars are with the white covers on them. Well, I guess we've made it through Chilliwack. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was a long one. If you made it to the end, say I made it to the end. You guys are the real supporters if you guys watch all the way to the end, so thank you. Also consider hitting that join button down below. Support me monetarily at any level you feel like. Whatever you think my videos are worth. I appreciate you guys. I love reading all the comments. I think it's turning out to be another fun week. Still sounding like we might have fun this Friday. We'll see how this goes. Might have a fun route this Friday. Making no promises, you never know what kind of run I will get. Here's the better canal. So for now, I am out of here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow as we're headed back to the Kootenays, if that all worked out. See how the camera placements work. You guys have a great afternoon, evening, I guess morning. Have a great day. Have a great day or a good night or whatever. Whenever you decide to watch this video. I am out of here. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you.